Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. WWE WrestleMania is over. The Raw after WrestleMania aired last night, and it was a fantastic show that set the stage for the future. As is usual for the industry, there are new stories, new and returning stars, and more for fans to sink their teeth into. There are sweeping changes thanks to new talent, alliances, and rivalries. There may also be another major change for one on-screen character in particular, and one that nobody saw coming. Cathy Kelley, one of the premier interviewers and hosts in wrestling, has apparently been putting work in at the Performance Center. According to reports, she might be in line for a managerial role at some time in the future. If Kelley does have a new role in the sports entertainment juggernaut, who might she manage? This article will take a look at 6 names she could potentially lead in world wrestling entertainment moving forward, including a top tag team and one of the biggest names in pro wrestling today. Rhea Ripley is one of the biggest stars in pro wrestling today, regardless of gender. She is a multi-time world champion in WWE and has worked hard to reach the highest heights imaginable. Recently, however, she has been on a bit of a losing streak thanks to Levesque. The duo of Rhea Ripley and Cathy Kelley is a favorite among fans on social media. They always playfully flirt or joke around online, and even in some untelevised WWE broadcasts. They are a fun pairing. That pairing could lead to an on-screen relationship where Rhea becomes Cathy's client. While Ripley doesn't necessarily need a mouthpiece, their real-life chemistry coming onto television would only be a positive. The Judgment Day is a faction on WWE Monday Night Raw. The group is made up of Liv Morgan, Dominic Mysterio, Carlito, Finn Balor, Raquel Rodriguez, and JD McDonough. Despite some issues at points, the group is doing quite well right now. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez are the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, but more importantly for this point, they're longtime enemies of Rhea Ripley. That could mean an alliance with Cathy Kelley would be shocking. 2 former friends who later became Rhea's enemies corrupting another ally of hers would be twisted, but it could make for a great story. Rhea's heartbreak if Cathy were to manage the 2 women she hates most would be fascinating to watch. How would Ripley overcome it? Pure Fusion Collective is a tag team on WWE Monday Night Raw that previously served as a faction. The stable at one point featured Sonya Deville in addition to the duo of Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler. Unfortunately, Sonya Deville was part of a round of cuts several months ago. In the time since then, Shayna and Zoe have been completely lost in the shuffle, and they're clearly missing something. They lack a certain oomph that is necessary to get to the next level. The missing element could very well be a mouthpiece, and that's where Cathy could come into play. Kelley could manage the technically sound Shayna and the high-flying Zoe. With their in-ring talent and her charisma, it could be a match made in heaven. While Rhea and Liv are great talkers and don't necessarily need help, Zoe and Shayna arguably do. Rusev is back in WWE. The Bulgarian Brute made a surprise return during Monday Night Raw last night. The former United States champion beat up both Akira Tozawa and Otis of the Alpha Academy. Noticeably missing from Rusev's side was Lana, his longtime manager. She has signed a WWE Legends contract, but it appears she won't be returning with Rusev to television, at least not anytime soon. While that's unfortunate, Cathy could step up and be by Rusev's side instead. The two would have a similar dynamic, but without the history to play off of. Instead, this would be one that is completely fresh for fans and for the talent alike. He has several years of writing experience on other platforms prior to joining Sportskeeda, where he covered pro wrestling news. On Sportskeeda, Ken does a variety of projects, but is primarily tasked with listicles, trends and features, and live coverage of WWE events. He has interviewed pro wrestling personalities on his Armbars and Sidebars project. He's spoken to both wrestlers and personalities who have been seen in World Wrestling Entertainment, Ring of Honor, TNA Wrestling, and beyond. Ken has been a fan of professional wrestling for as far back as he can remember, long before covering the industry became his profession. When the lights go down and the WWE Universe holds its collective breath, it's not always the superstars in the ring who steal the show. Sometimes, the mastermind behind the mayhem is the one pulling strings behind the curtain. And in 2025, that puppet master is none other than Cathy Kelley. Gone are the days when Cathy was simply the polished voice backstage. The former interviewer turned powerhouse manager has shattered expectations and taken her place among the most influential figures in WWE history. Smart, strategic, and media savvy, Cathy Kelley has built something no one saw coming, a six-star stable that is redefining dominance across all three brands. This isn't just a faction. It's a movement. A meticulously crafted team of 6 stars, handpicked for their uniqueness, potential, and ability to adapt. They are the gold standard, and Cathy is their architect. The first draft pick in Cathy's new empire was none other than Braun Breaker. Explosive, intense, and bred for the business, Braun was the perfect foundation. Cathy saw what others missed. His raw power needed polish. His rage needed direction. Under her guidance, Braun's wild strength became precise destruction. He became not just the muscle of the group, but its backbone. Cathy rebranded him with subtle, clean-cut tweaks, modern gear, strategic promos, and signature catchphrases. With Cathy in his corner, Braun didn't just win titles, he destroyed legends. Cathy's second move shocked everyone. Roxanne Perez, the beloved underdog from NXT, seemed like an odd fit for a group of killers. But Cathy saw something in Roxanne: heart, resilience, and unmatched ring IQ. She molded Roxanne into a modern-day Lita, a hybrid of grace and grit. While others underestimated her, Cathy positioned her as the breakout women's star of the decade. Roxanne wasn't just fighting for gold, she was fighting to prove that nice girls can burn empires to the ground. And burn she did. "You can't teach cool," Cathy once said, "but you can amplify it." Enter Carmelo Hayes, a man who oozes swagger, athleticism, and undeniable presence. Cathy let Melo be Melo, but channeled that energy into legacy-making moments. She positioned him in dream feuds, orchestrated show-stealing matches, and made sure his mic time was used to cut deeper than just promos. It became philosophy. Under her leadership, Melo wasn't just the champion. He became the face of the future, headlining WrestleManias with confidence and class. When Cathy announced her fourth member, people whispered, "Too unpredictable." But she smiled. That's what she wanted. Ilja Dragunov brought unfiltered passion, intensity, and a sense of danger. He was the chaos factor, the one no one could plan for. Cathy didn't try to contain him. She released him. She gave Ilja creative freedom to express pain as art, to use emotion as his greatest weapon. Under her strategy, Ilja became the soul of violence, a poetic destroyer who left crowds speechless. In matches, he bled truth. And Cathy made sure the cameras caught every second. Liv had always been popular, but something was missing: an edge, a clarity. Cathy gave her both. Repackaged as a twisted beauty with a calculated mean streak, Liv Morgan found a new voice under Cathy's mentorship. No longer seeking approval, she embraced chaos and control in equal measure. Her new character was part Harley Quinn, part social media mogul, manipulative yet magnetic. Liv targeted icons, broke rules, and redefined what it meant to be a diva in the modern era. Cathy made her the centerpiece of WWE's women's division reawakening. The final edition was as controversial as it was brilliant. Logan Paul, the social media king and crossover star, joined the gold standard not just for clout, but for legitimacy. While fans booed and critics raged, Cathy saw the endgame: global reach, mainstream appeal, and raw talent that couldn't be denied. With Cathy managing his every move, Logan sharpened his in-ring skills, brought eyes from every corner of the internet, and became the stable's mouthpiece for chaos and confidence.